What's up guys, it's me Kira, and real quick, Kellen and I are streaming a sick Melee event in 2 weeks. It's kinda like a Smash Summit, but in SoCal. All of SoCal's top players will be there, including Westballs, Lucky, Hugs, MacD, CDK, and maybe even S2J, Alex19, and MyKs, and a few others. There are going to be some really unique events like a secondaries only bracket and an all-star mode IRL, but instead of CPUs, they'll play against actual unranked players. It's going to be really sick, so come check it out. Pikachu, the most popular Pokemon in the world, started off as a reluctant Pokemon for trainer Ash Ketchum, but quickly became his Pokemon of choice. He's truly unique in the Pokemon world, as he doesn't stay in a Pokeball, but chooses to roam freely and is one of the greatest battlers in the world. Pikachu is able to defeat Pokemon types that are supposed to counter him, defeat his own superior evolution, and even take down legendary Pokemon, all without ever having to evolve himself. He also harnesses the power of electricity, able to control the raw element for destructive force, and use it to increase his own speed within himself. This extreme amount of swiftness is most definitely materialized in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Pikachu moves around in a flash, both by using his electric type moves and by zipping around in an instant. While many casual players may be used to spamming his Thunder Jolt and getting kills in free-for-alls with his powerful Thunder move, his ultimate KO move is actually his up smash. This is the strongest up smash in the entire game actually, even better than Fox's signature up smash, as long as you can hit with the sweet spot, which is directly in front of Pikachu. The second most common way Pikachu can get kills is by edge guarding. He has multiple tools that can stuff anyone's attempt to get back to the ledge, and as soon as they're off stage, his murderous up air tail spikes can eliminate any hope of recovery. But up air doesn't just edge guard, it can do everything and is easily Pikachu's best move. Along with gimping opponents off stage, it can juggle them, shield pressure, and counter other approaches out of shield. In fact, there are actually 4 different up air hitboxes that send you different ways, and are all useful in different situations. This move has range, it comes out fast, it's disjointed, it combos, and it kills. I mean, there really isn't anything else you could ask for. Overall, Pikachu has great movement tools that allow him to be speedy and put pressure on his opponents, which he does need to do considering his overall range isn't the greatest. While his tail can add some insane range, the rest of his moves are relatively compact. In a fashion somewhat similar to Fox, he would rather use his agility to work its way through defenses than beat them with brute force. Pikachu is able to attack similarly to Falcon or Fox, with his excellent dash dance and approaching neutral air that covers a large distance. However, he doesn't have any super strong ground moves to follow up with, and so usually does better trying to land behind his opponent, especially when they shield. Using cross-up up airs can both shield poke an opponent and start a combo. He can also use down tilts to approach similar to the way Marth can, and grabbing with Pikachu can lead to a lot of damage, allowing for some basic but potent mix-ups. Because his moves and ground speed is so quick, Pikachu's movement can often look erratic, as he darts around the stage to the exact location he needs to be, either to punish a retreating opponent or bait out a whiff defensive move before continuing his offense. Once he gets them into the air, he can use up smashes, up airs, or simply more neutral airs to juggle his opponents and get more damage. But the real danger comes as soon as Pikachu has them off stage. Up air spikes pretty much guarantee a stock loss, and he has plenty of ways to set them up. Back throws, combos, and any strong attack can force an opponent to be one bad decision away from death at any given time. It's difficult to play safe against Pikachu in a way that stays away from the ledge and isn't threatened by a quick approach as well. Staying above him isn't desired either because of his up air attacks. In general, Pikachu plays a well-rounded game that can deal with anything. Pikachu is usually cool enough to get into the tournament viable group. He's surprisingly deadly against fast fallers such as Fox, Falco, and Falcon because of his up throw combos and efficient edge guarding against them. Even Sheik is prone to early up smash kills as she can be pushed off stage into an edge guard as well. However, despite these weapons, Pikachu actually has a disadvantage against most of these characters. Floaty characters like Peach and Jigglypuff are hard for Pikachu to kill since the recovery is tougher to gimp and they don't get comboed into up smashes as often. They end up living until really high percents and can win the attrition war. Pikachu also typically does well against Marth, since Marth has a hard time edge guarding him, gets his shield poked often with up air, and can have trouble getting back on stage. Other than that, Pikachu is better than most other characters on the roster, but still struggles heavily with the ice climbers, as he has no way to reliably open them up without risking getting grabbed. The Mario Brothers can also do some decent damage to Pikachu as well. Pikachu does have an insane up smash, but doesn't always have setups for it on all characters. Aside from his smash attacks, he can have trouble killing characters he can't gimp, like Peach and Jigglypuff. Pikachu has great movement options and is quick on the ground. It allows him to approach from many angles. Similarly to Fox, Pikachu doesn't have the greatest range and even has one of the worst grab ranges in the game. His up air, however, is disjointed and has great range to juggle those above him. Pikachu's recovery reaches very far, travels quickly, and on top of that, he has a Luigi-esque side B to help him in case he's very far away. It's definitely one of the trickier recoveries to edgeguard. Pikachu is relatively light and can die easily from other strong KO moves. With a good neutral air approach, a good dash dance, and a Marth-like down tilt, Pikachu has many of the standard tools necessary to threaten his opponents. While Pikachu is great on cross-ups, he can't reliably land in front of his opponent's shield very often, and doesn't have super strong ground moves to continue his pressure in a way that can get him reliable follow-ups. Pikachu is generally pretty standard on defense. Up air out of shield is incredibly useful, and he does have a fast jump squat, allowing him to move out of shield quickly. However, the size of his shield isn't the best, and his grab has awful range. In general, he would prefer to use his movement to avoid attacks, since he doesn't have a lot of defensive moves that can wall out other characters. Pikachu is your main if you want a well-rounded character that can be aggressive, you want someone who is quick and moves with precision, you want to catch people off guard and not have to bandwagon with other characters, you like being incredible offstage, both recovering and edgeguarding, or you don't ever want Pikachu to feel like this.